I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever, 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 ever.
Audio Skulls all day.
The Merit Scientist Lab. The Merit Scientist Lab.
And that is an intro for the ages, folks. Me just mechanically laughing at absolutely nothing. But anybody would laugh at the number 69 if you put a 1 in front of it, and if that's what you counted on your fingers, that's how many episodes of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast there are currently, because it's happening right now.
What is it?
169 of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast. You can catch us live every Saturday around 6 p.m.-ish on Twitch. Hello, folks. Hello, interweb. And hello, people who are viewing the people watching the interweb. I don't know how that works, but I'm sure it's a thing. We have come to you this week from a different location. We are currently in a bomb shelter underneath a bar. No, we're not really. We're just in the same spot. And I just wanted to give us this like epic sound effect, and you're just, you know, that kind of thing. Jared? Okay, so Jared is here, folks. And so am I. I'm drinking a soda. Jared was making fun of my little Coke can. Do you guys like the littler cans as opposed to the big
cans? And they're
cans?
not a sponsor, by the way.
Well, they're not. But do you know what they do sponsor? D's Nuts. See?
This motherfucker literally just stole my joke that I used against him 2 seconds ago.
D's Nuts has been around forever.
No, I get it, but...
I'm sorry.
I want to ask the audience. I don't know if anybody's in here yet, but I want to know, do they think your laugh is fake?
You know, it's crazy. I've gotten that sometimes. It's not. Now, I can, if I have to joke her.
Motherfucker said.
No,
that's what it sounds like you're doing.
No, I mean, when I'm doing it on purpose like that, yeah,
but,
of course.
Okay, so the last one you were doing on purpose.
The when I opened the show?
No, the one you just did.
Yeah, I did that on purpose. I don't really laugh. Who laughs like that?
You?
No, I don't laugh. I am perpetuating a character on screen.
I didn't know.
You know, for the masses, because
it's so seamless that no one can tell.
No, yeah, well, then I've years of practice has worked. Maybe it's customer service. Maybe I don't laugh like that in front of people either.
I bet you do.
I don't. I actually,
because you know, when sometimes you have to, when someone tells a joke or something, and especially when you're working and it's customer service and they tell a joke that's not funny. And
I hate that shit.
And you have to like fake laugh.
It's the worst. Yeah, dude, the customer service laugh is by far one. I think it's an art form, like getting it down to the right like degree. Yeah, no, but then you can see it, the look in their face after you're done. You're like, oh, thank God this shit is over with. You know, so the customer service laugh, again, it's like an art. There's a way to master it. I hate it. I absolutely hate doing it.
Okay, so
I don't
let's see your best customer service laugh.
I don't want to do that.
No, why not?
I don't know how to do it, if that makes sense. I do it when I'm under pressure and... Yeah, here. That what I just say. Yeah. See, I try to. Yeah, I do it when I'm under pressure. Do it under pressure. I can't just willingly do a customer service laugh. Yeah, it's not like that either. But I cannot duplicate it unless it's actually happening, like sex.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know.
You can easily duplicate. Well,
well
you can easily, especially these days. They have realistic dolls that you can buy.
Dude, isn't that fucking weird, though? Would you be...
No, you know, they say a lot of, aside from NASA, a lot of technology comes out of the porn industry.
Really?
Yeah, because they come up with different ways to get people off.
That's... My God. Yeah. Huh.
Like, they got wireless fucking toys and shit now.
Yeah.
Where like one person can have the shit on, and the other one can play with it.
Yeah. This is
not that I know anything about this. I'm just saying I watch enough podcasts where they talk about this shit.
Yeah, we don't know anything about porn here on this podcast. Not a damn thing. No, actually, the older I get, I feel like the pornography ruins the mind. It gives you unrealistic expectations.
Where'd you read that? You just did it again.
I didn't mean to do it. It just happened. I'm telling you,
That's
I
what
normally.
yeah, but
do.
nobody wants to hear that.
No, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I did not mean to belch in the mic, folks. In all seriousness,
Somebody could be eating lunch right now, and you're just fucking throwing up in your mouth.
yeah, it was just a dry burp though. But anyway, yeah. No, I just think after a certain point in time, because we all like porn, right? You know,
Not everybody likes porn.
well, I'm not saying I love it.
because it actually does. They have, and it sucks because it's so accessible to anyone, especially like kids now. So they
Yeah,
get,
which
they,
is
they get
terrible.
exposed to it way earlier now than we did. The closest we came was, no pun intended. The closest we came was like Skinamax or HBO late at night on a Saturday, and you had to watch between the screens.
Yeah.
Like when it's frizzing and shit. Or we had magazines back then.
Oh man, nothing like a good old nudie mag.
Fucking, I tell you what, motherfucking, during my adolescence, fucking Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue was that shit.
I mean, I think that's a lot of people's too. Like, you know, it's
not so much anymore.
Well, the art of
Nobody's buying magazines.
because like you said,
That's funny.
pornography is again so easily accessible now to where you could just pull up your phone. You could be anywhere. Like you could be on the bus, you could be on a train, you could be on a plane. Well, I don't know about a plane, but
You could be on a plane.
yeah, and you can just hey, I feel like watching some young lady get dogged.
What do you mean you could? What you think things stop when you're up in the air?
Well, I think the whole world stops when you're up in the air, Jared.
No, it doesn't. Everything on the earth goes on just as if you were down there or not.
So, but you're right, and it's super accessible to kids now because phones are all the rage. But I'm sure there's some sort of parental options that
There are some, but that doesn't mean
that
doesn't mean the parental units are doing what they're supposed to be doing.
This is true,
and kids are gonna be kids anyway. They're gonna sneak around, especially if their friends have found some shit. You got that one badass kid that's in the neighborhood that's like, hey,
guess what, guys? You
Look
want to
what
see
I
my
found.
porno collection?
I'm okay. We're not gonna keep saying it like
Porno.
Stop, bro. This shit's still on YouTube.
Oh, that's true.
Like, cause I've seen podcasts where they bleep out the R word, so let's keep it.
Oh, keep it G.
Yeah, not G, but
PG.
just don't talk about shit like that hardcore that you like, and to repeat it over and over again.
I won't bring up the fisticuffs anymore.
And remember that? Well, I don't know if you remember that one time you did a gesture, and I had to blur that out too.
I don't remember. Was I drunk?
I don't know, but it doesn't matter. I still had to blur it out. Why would you do that though?
I don't even remember this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna remind you because you might have been drunk then. I don't know.
Shoot.
Oh my god.
I'm okay.
So,
That was kind of random. I think I'm dying. And if I do die, it will be here on this podcast. Before the show started, I had referenced something to Jared that I don't want to grow old and die like Marlon Brando in his orange garden, okay, in The Godfather. However,
still don't think it's an orange garden.
Yeah, but to your credit,
because you know what an orange garden is? Actually, an orange garden is an orchard because they're trees.
this is true. Okay, so it is more than likely a tomato garden. Okay, but he did have the orange peel in his mouth.
Yeah, because he was eating an orange. You can't do two things at once.
Well, you can.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying. I was just saying. I stand corrected. But for anybody out there, please verify that. Where did Marlon Brando die in The Godfather?
I haven't seen it in a while, but it was either tomatoes or roses.
No, I know. No, it was
I think
definitely
it was a
food.
rose garden.
No, I'm almost positive.
Unless there was
food.
a rose garden right behind him. But he had a full blown garden.
Yep, and he was running around in it, and then he started breathing, and he fell over and died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure those were either I don't know. Could have been wine. Like grapes and shit.
Well, excuse me. I'm just saying.
Let's just look.
Yeah, well, here. We can look it up.
But
with the
that
power.
doesn't mean for you to stop
Oh,
talking.
I didn't say I was going to stop talking,
Stop
Jared.
screaming, bro.
Well, here, they can hear me now. So, if you were going to die, folks, would it be in a tomato garden, an orchard, as Jared said, which is filled with trees and oranges, or maybe on a boat like the Titanic, sinking in the icy depths of the sea? Please comment below. Not that you want to think of something so morbid, but just saying, if you had to pick. Or maybe just like Rose from Titanic, warm in my bed. An old lady, warm in my bed. That's how I'd want to go. Just saying. Let's see.
It just says garden. So it's probably tomatoes and shit like that.
All right. Well, we can collect.
They're Italian, so I'm assuming they're tomatoes.
We can collectively agree that we think they're tomatoes.
And that's not a racial thing because they eat a lot of tomatoes.
They do.
Yeah.
I like tomatoes. I had them in my salad.
Marinara sauce, bolognese. Like, what the fuck?
Marinara sauce is like so amazing. It really is. It goes in
It's
good.
all right. It's just fucking mushed down tomatoes.
I know, but
it's simmered.
And it's not like I don't need it. Do you know what I mean? Like, so a couple weeks ago, I'm sure if anybody was watching the NFL this season, you probably saw the Little Caesars commercial where they were sponsoring or where they were showing off the half pizza, half cheesy bread.
Oh, I just saw that today.
Yeah.
Today.
So that commercial's been on for a while. And a couple weeks ago at work, our boss was nice enough to get everybody their own individual box.
Yeah, because them shits are $5.
Exactly. I was like, why the hell? And I was like, oh, cost effectiveness,
Eating fucking $5 pizza, yuck.
Yeah, well, it was okay, but hear me out. So I get to work, there's a box with my name on it or a number on it, and I was like, oh, sweet. I opened it up, and I was pretty hungry. It's like, oh, I was like, pizza, woo. Not that I haven't had enough of that in my life.
Yeah, no shit.
But then I saw the cheesy bread. I was like, oh, all right. Who doesn't like cheesy bread, honestly? And then I was like, hey, they gave us marinara, right? And they were like, yeah, just open the box. I was like, what do you mean the box? And over to the side, there was a giant cardboard box, obviously to accommodate all the dipping sauces for all the pizzas that they had given us. Dude, they gave me a tub of marinara like this big. It was massive. It was like...
Well, it's probably because it was for a whole party. They just gave you the big shit.
No, everybody had one of that equal size, which I just thought was... I don't know if that's standard with them or if they just gave it because of the size of the order. But, dude, I had so much fucking marinara sauce, I didn't know what to do with it. I dipped.
Well, welcome to America. You probably threw it out.
I had to. I couldn't eat all that.
Waste.
I ate all the food. I didn't use all the sauce.
I'm not saying your fault, but that's America. Waste. We fucking make big shit, assuming people are going to... And that's why motherfuckers are fat, because they see... Like, they think they have to eat the whole thing. Because, like, when we were kids, like, the generation before us didn't have as much as we have. So their generation, they're growing up, like, whatever's on your plate, you need to eat because you might not get any more.
Yeah.
So then that was pushed down to I guess, no, you're a different generation. Into my generation, and that generation still pushes into their so like we're just fat because we were told that we have to eat everything on our plate,
and that is true. At the same time, the older I get,
and people are lazy as fuck too.
Oh, there's that too. No, but I ate a good portion of my cheesy bread. I had 2 or maybe 3 slices of pizza, and granted, it's only like close to 1 in the afternoon, so at this point, I'm already ready to take a nap. All the carbs and everything. I ate it. Slow day at work. I'm sitting in my chair like, ugh. And every time I have my cheesy bread, dip it in my marinara sauce. And I swear I dipped after every bite for every little piece that I had. And there was still a massive amount left.
Well, you have to because that shit would probably dry otherwise.
Yeah, well, I don't, as long as you use enough.
Marinara sauce.
Well, no. when you make the cheesy bread, as long as you use enough butter. Or garlic or whatever you're using to make it to, I guess, to lather it up, so to speak. Lathering it up that should be the name of the episode, Lather It Up.
We'll see.
It's not terrible.
No, so I said, we'll see.
But I just looked at it and I was like, man. And you're right. I was thinking, all this marinara, like, who eats all this? And even me, as I'm sitting there with, like, the cheese crumbs around my mouth and, like, the sauce, and I'm just like, doing that. There was still more, and I had to throw it away. You're right. It was wasteful. I did not need all that marinara sauce.
Nor did they need to make that much in their marinara sauce.
Now, in terms of the quality of the food, it was okay. Obviously, you're right. It's $5 pizza. I mean,
fucking 2 out of 5 in my book.
it might be a little lower than that, but I was hungry.
Okay,
So
then 2 out of 10.
I see what you did there mathematically. So, no, but in terms of America being fat, right? Like, so we're all fat.
I think it's getting. Well, I don't know. I know. I remember a few years ago, I saw not so much a study, but more of a survey. And it was talking about how the D.C. area, mostly D.C., is one of the fittest cities in America. I don't know why that is, but whatever. But what you were saying?
Well, one, I find that kind of nuts now that I think about it. No. The fittest? Well, no, it doesn't surprise me. A lot of people go to the gym around here. No, but what I was going to say is that in terms of obesity, like in the idea of, like you were saying, like your parents or your parents' parents were like, oh, eat everything on your plate or you might not never eat again.
And the other thing is that the food in America is shit too.
Yes, and
There's
I was
a bunch of fillers and sugar and all kinds of
just for preservatives and
preservatives. That's the shit that gives people cancer.
I believe it. I mean,
like that's what they put in, like for bacon and like all kinds of like processed meats.
Yeah.
Was it nitrates? They said nitrates is 100% a cause of cancer, and people like will just crush regular. I mean, not like bacon is not processed and like what John brought us.
Yeah.
It even says on there no nitrates.
Yeah.
Which that's because it came straight from the fucking cow.
Yeah.
Oh wait, pig. Sorry.
Beef.
So yeah, no, beef is not pig.
I know, cow.
Okay.
I know.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so it but I've kind of gotten accustomed to, it's like you're born into like breakfast, lunch, dinner, right? I've kind of gotten accustomed to only eating.
That's bullshit too.
Yeah, so I've gotten kind of accustomed to only eating maybe once a day.
Yeah, that's actually that in a few studies recently that has been shown to be better for you.
Yeah,
because it's like intermittent fasting. Even if like intermittent fasting, there's now I'm not fucking a nutritionist or whatever, but I've heard once you get past like 36 hours of fasting, that's when your body starts to get rid of any dead cells or bad shit. It's using that as fuel.
Okay.
So any like dead cells that are just floating around that it may become considered cancerous later on.
Yeah.
Your body tends to fucking eat away at that stuff and disposes of it when you take a shit and piss or sweat or whatever.
See, I find that fascinating because this is something I have kind of gotten accustomed to in the last couple of years, and you know me, if you see me eat, and when I eat a lot. Okay, when I do eat, and then I can go a whole day and I'm fine. I could eat maybe a little bag of peanuts or just something to munch on, and then I'm fine. And then I'll come home, and then my mom is like, "Did you eat today?" It's like, "Yeah, I munched on this." Oh, I'm worried you're gonna have a heart attack. It's like, no, Mom.
No, you're more likely to have a heart attack by eating.
Yeah, well, I was like, Mom, and I tell her because my mom, obviously, like most mothers, they want to make sure you're well fed and all that other good stuff, which is fine.
How lucky you are.
Yeah, and oh Jesus, but my mom also has the super old school mentality. Wake up, maybe make a bagel, banana, a little bit of OJ. You know what I'm saying? Get the morning started. A little bit of your cup of Joe.
The two or three worst things you could possibly eat when you first wake up.
Yeah, exactly. And just bread and just fucking sugar. Yeah, there you go. To get your day started, right? To just zing, pow. And then it's like, around 12 o'clock, it's like, I'm feeling pretty good. Let me walk over to Subway.
That 12 o'clock hunger is coming because you had that sugar early in the morning, and now your body's like, fuck, I need more sugar.
Yeah, see, there we go.
Yep.
Science. Or biology. Yeah, there we go.
Biology is science.
See, folks, you learn something new every day here on the podcast.
Wait, what?
So,
if you didn't know that biology was a science, and you probably need to go back to school.
I'd go back to school. Can't afford it. So
Yes, you can. Government will make sure you can.
the government will make sure that we're all dead and buried before they admit to destroying the Baltic Sea. But anyway,
Or anything else.
yeah. So it's like, oh, it's 12 o'clock. My mom will text me, oh, I'm going here for lunch. Sure, no problem, Mom. Go here, get your sub, get your big beefy carb sandwich.
More bread.
More bread. Yep. As you can tell, I'm a big bread lover in this house.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's not the greatest for you, but yeah.
I understand this. And so my mom eats her sub, blah, blah, blah. I come home. Did you eat today? No. I was a little busy at work, but I was able to munch on this. Oh, well, I went here. I ate this. She was like, oh, and then we had this for dinner. It's like, Mom, the idea of eating 3 meals a day is kind of outdated, you know?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, people still do it. I
would shit myself.
I have tried recently because I've been trying to. I think I talked about this before. I've been trying to kind of do things aside from other obvious things. I've been trying to do things to help my brain,
Yeah.
and like my memory. So I told you about the alpha brain stuff, which
Yeah.
I feel like there is a difference. It's not like
I meant to ask you that last week, too.
It's not a drastic change, but I do feel sharper when I need to. I only take it when like before a show. Like I meant to take it today before a podcast, just to have a little more mental clarity and sharpness.
Yeah.
And it does. I feel like it does something. Could be placebo effect. I don't know. But I still also eat other things like olive oil because it's omega 3s. Omega 3s, which I'm out of fish oil. Omega 3s are good not just for your heart. The studies have shown are also good for your brain as well. Which, when you have potential risk for dementia. Speaking, I want to talk about that too, because Bruce Willis it was announced that he has dementia. Which kind of saddened me because I've seen firsthand the effects of dementia. My grandmother had it, and like to think about somebody like Bruce Willis, who we've grown up with watching like his movies and just being fans of his.
Yeah.
It's like fuck, man, because obviously I was a fan of my grandmother.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of this guy too,
Yeah.
so it's like I already know what the end looks like.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just that it was just I felt kind of sad when I heard that this week.
Well, I was actually going to bring that up, believe it or not, because one, I think we both collectively agree, and anybody that watches the show, that if you don't like Bruce Willis, you can kick rocks and you can go to outer space or live in a cave somewhere, because we love Bruce Willis on this show. So no, but I saw that he was diagnosed with what is it, the frontal cortex?
Yeah, I forgot the exact thing, but
yeah, it stinks.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. But back to the whole eating 3 times a day and all that, I feel a lot better when I don't do that. Like if I
100%.
Yeah, I feel a lot better when I don't do that.
It does suck when you when you're really hungry and you're like, I don't think I should eat yet. Like,
Yeah.
I kind of time my shit out like today. Well, I ate too early today because I got up. My fucking barbershop fucking appointment was at 10 a.m. So I went and did that, and I still had leftover Chipotle from the day before.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, let me just eat this. And I knew I needed a nap because I had been up since 3 o'clock. I went to sleep at like 9, and I woke up at 3.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm going to eat this, watch a little Mark Maron's, his special just came out. I got halfway through that, and I was like, I need a nap. Set my alarm for 5. And I was intending to get up because I have food that I could prepare to eat before I came here.
Yeah.
I was just like, when I first woke up, I was like, I'm not hungry. But then I got out of the shower and I was like, fuck, now I'm starting to get hungry.
Yeah.
So I try to time it. But this motherfucker, that's that fucking Coke.
Feels good though.
I guess.
I'm awake now. That's a fake laugh too.
All that sugar and fucking caffeine.
Well, I'm about to, here in about 20 minutes.
Off of fucking Coke
No,
with caffeine in it.
with the sugar crash. You ready to watch
Yeah,
it?
but that's the caffeine offsets that.
So when I'm awake in 4 days, I'll call you while you're sleeping at
You
night.
won't be awake in 4. Come on, man. Let's be realistic.
And then I'll be like, Jared, I'm still awake, and I'm in your closet.
If you're awake off of one Coke, then you're a fucking weak body.
No, I'm not going to be awake off of one Coke. That's not, no.
That's what meth does.
Dude, not that I've ever experienced that, nor I don't think I will.
Have you ever taken Adderall?
No. I
Riddle?
smoked it once.
Okay. Here's an example. Here's an example of things that
No,
RJ
no,
Hold
no,
on.
I lied. I lied.
Stop.
I lied.
Here's an example of things that RJ should not say on the podcast. That's all I want to say.
So it wasn't that. It was Vicodin.
Here's an example
Well,
of
yeah.
things that RJ should not say on the podcast.
It's
Just
like-
saying.
It was like 20 years ago.
It doesn't matter. bro.
I didn't know what was happening at the time.
You have okay. You know what? Back to what we were talking about because you're gonna upset me. What the fuck were we? I kind of want to get back to brain. Yeah, eating for brain stuff. So, omega-3s, alpha brain, avocado, saturated fats,
Yeah.
good saturated fats, like avocados and shit like that. And I saw recently that instead, if you're going to have breakfast in the morning, instead of eating sugar, like cereal or whatever, what else? Like French toast and pancakes. Instead of eating shit like that, eat protein. So have like bacon, eggs.
Yeah.
What I had been doing for a while was like I only ate the bacon because John brought his stuff over, but it would be like mostly eggs, and then I'd cook down a little bit of spinach because spinach is good protein, but you get other stuff out of spinach too. So if I really wanted breakfast when I woke up in the morning just to like be ready for work for the day and have my brain going, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
And then when I'm making the spinach, I'm putting a little bit of garlic in there, a little olive oil, and because I'm still getting that extra stuff from it. So
Now, so typically when I do breakfast, I do mostly bacon and eggs and obviously some hash browns. You know, I don't
yeah,
really.
hash browns is carbs, that's sugar.
Yeah, but you know how I love potatoes, so I'm not going to say no to that.
Who doesn't love potatoes?
I'm sure there's somebody out there that doesn't like potatoes in some way.
I don't
shape.
like sweet potatoes. I like every other potato but sweet potatoes.
Yeah, sweet potatoes are. Yeah.
Don't lie. You one of those sweet potato lovers.
No, I'm not a sweet potato lover. Do I look like a sweet potato sometimes? But am I a lover?
You know what I hate? Motherfuckers that order sweet potato fries.
Yeah. What the hell? It's
I'm
a
on
waste.
I'm on a diet, so can I get some sweet potato fries?
Let me
No,
just.
you dumb fuck. Those are still carbs,
Yeah.
and they're fried in fucking fat, animal fat. You weird fuck.
I don't know. They're just they're not good.
No,
And
they
if-
taste like shit.
Yeah, and if you're gonna eat a French fry, it's like my point with like vegan sausages and if you're gonna if you're gonna do it, do the right thing and
which are
do it the right way.
full of fillers and bullshit too. Salt. There's a lot of salt in vegan shit.
I believe it. There's got to be, but I'm one of those believers that if you're gonna eat something, you're gonna eat the right thing. You're not gonna eat the pretend version of it. Oh, look at my pre-processed turkey, sugar-free, uncarbonated bacon. Yeah, you know, it's like, no. Look at my fried, apple smoked wood bacon from Wisconsin. Hello, sir. And I'm going to eat it, and I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm going to lay there and just be like, afterwards. That's the way you're supposed to do it. That's
bacon's a tough one, though, man. That's a lot of salt.
It is. I know it's not good for you. Trust me.
It's not bad. It's not good. It's just moderation, bro. Like I like bacon. Bacon is one of my favorite things.
It's great with
that,
everything
that America has come up with.
Dude, it's
Because you go anywhere else, bacon's not like our bacon. In Canada, they have that basically a slice of ham. They call it Canadian bacon. Australia, it's some other shit.
Laugh at that.
It's some other shit in Australia. I can't remember what they could, but it's not the same as we make it. And Yeah, bacon is American.
Yeah, bacon. There is nothing that screams American more than a little can of Coke, some bacon, and the Dallas Cowboys. Can't believe
Shut the fuck up.
I knew that was going to piss you off.
You're disgusting.
I feel dirty saying it.
I don't
actually.
want any of that now. You've ruined it.
I've ruined America.
Bacon. You've ruined, 100%. You've ruined America by fucking claiming the Cowboys are part of America. Fuck that team.
It's a joke. It's calm down, folks.
Oh, you know what? They are part of a team because they're still got a slave owner. How about that?
Anyway, I didn't take it that far. Had I had said something like that,
It's true though.
he is pretty. He's old as shit, dude. That's
He's
all.
pretty racist. Yeah.
Yeah. So before I uncover more wounds,
There ain't no wounds over here. I'm just them motherfuckers out there. There's Cowboys fans. They're the ones with the wounds.
yeah. So speaking of football,
Yeah, you know what that's called? Shit. Just lost it. Not planned obsolescence. What the fuck? I can't remember the name of it now. I can't remember now. Fuck. That would have been good if I should have taken my alpha brain today. But yeah, it's basically when well, I guess that the term that I'm looking for is not this, but Stockholm syndrome.
yeah,
But there's an actual word for it.
cognitive.
Dissonance. Yes,
Yeah.
that's it. That's what Cowboys fans have.
Okay. So now, if you are a fan of the Dallas Cowboys, we on this show think you're the R word. Anyway,
That's 100%
no.
correct.
so
Those fans, bro, they're
So-
horrible.
So, since we're on the subject of football, the Super Bowl was this past Sunday. Hopefully, everybody enjoyed the Super Bowl.
Womp womp.
All right. I'm glad that I got to bring this up because I, folks, was excited for the halftime show. And Jared was with me in person.
I was, and I love Rihanna. Don't get me wrong.
And I do too. And this is not knocking her whatsoever.
No, I'm not knocking her. I just wasn't ready for her to be pregnant again.
And so,
Because I love Rihanna, and like I wasn't. See, there's certain celebrity crushes that I have. When I find out who they start dating or who they're married to, and I'm like, that guy.
yeah.
I wasn't upset with A$AP Rocky. I like his music. I like his style. He's a little weird, but hey, he's a fucking artist, and most artists are weird. So I wasn't mad about that. I was mad that I had to see Rihanna at the halftime show pregnant again, though. I didn't want to think about her pregnant. I wanted to think about her like I used to think about her.
Yeah. So it first of all, the game itself was actually one of the better Super Bowls in recent years.
Oh, I agree with that.
Super awesome game, played well by both teams, and Kansas City came up with the win at the end of it.
I didn't fucking start the stream. Son of a bitch. Keep going.
So that is probably the lack of viewers and the people that we've been talking to.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
So what I was going to say is, so Rihanna comes out, and I'm not like pumped for it, but I kept seeing it on my timeline, and it's like, you know what, man, I hope Rihanna knocks it out of the park. Because, one, the last thing we need is another meme-worthy anything, which happened. Because if you watch the Super Bowl halftime show, pretty much all of America did, you saw Rihanna come down on the platform with her red jacket and her red outfit on, and then all her little minions on the other platforms, and they did their whole routine for, I think it was like 12 minutes or something like that. And it was an okay halftime show. It wasn't anything incredible. I mean, it was cool to watch. I wasn't blown away by it. But obviously, the big thing was, oh, my God, Rihanna's pregnant. And then the whole timeline.
Well, no, not everybody knew what was happening at first.
So I think I'm the first person that said it. I was like, it looks like she's pregnant. And then
I don't think you were the first one.
No.
I'm pretty sure I looked at it. I was like, well, maybe I didn't voice it, but I looked at it. I was like, fuck, she's pregnant again.
No,
Because everybody, some people were like, look, she looks like shit. I'm like, God damn. See,
Well,
that's women. The women were saying that.
yeah, so we're not haters, by the way, but I was like, she looks pregnant, and somebody was like, oh, you think she's fat? And it's like, no, she looks pregnant.
I can tell you right now. Oh, my God.
That's what happened.
No, I know, and I already know I feel like I already know who said that, but
It was not anybody that we know.
oh,
It was just somebody a couple seats down from us that knows somebody that we know.
mm.
And I was just like, okay, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe maybe I am tripping.
I don't have a problem with her being pregnant. Like, I just was prepared for Rihanna to just be Rihanna.
Yeah, we wanted to see them cheeks, bro.
Yeah. That's what
we
I was-
wanted to see them things clapping, dog. Anyway, the only thing clapping was the audience for her second baby. So congratulations. Yeah. I'm sorry. But Jared's not wrong. I mean, we all love Rihanna. She's hot. She's got a nice body. Probably a great personality, too. I know she does. But then the next day, the Super Bowl's over. Halftime show comes and goes. The memes start. Did you see the meme where she was on the Super Smash Brothers battle stage and all that shit, dude?
Actually, I didn't see that, but that's funny,
Dude. Yeah. So
as soon as you said Super Smash Bros., I was like, yeah, that's
So-
exactly it.
the internet, folks, remains again undefeated.
Undefeated.
Yeah. So I was thinking, who's gonna come up with some shit for this?
Maybe that's what she was going for.
I don't know, but there are way too many people with time on their hands to just and it's crazy because the moment they see it, it's instantaneous. This shit doesn't even have to end.
Well, kind of.
And there was a moment during the national anthem, which was performed by Chris Stapleton, who did an amazing job, by the way, because I'm such a big fan of his music. So I think he did an amazing job. There was a good couple seconds where the camera was on Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni, where he was just crying and crying, like the tears were coming down his face.
For what?
I mean, I'm sure it's emotional.
Well, I guess
You're at the Super Bowl.
No, yeah, I get that,
Yeah.
but like,
So,
all right, fine. Whatever.
but the camera was on him for so long.
You got a football game to play. Stop being a bitch.
Watching him cry, and I'm thinking, somebody's gonna make this a meme. And sure as shit,
That's why they lost, because he was crying like a little bitch.
dude, he was. I mean, the floodgates were open, dude. They were just pouring down his face.
The players are probably looking at him like, Coach, we got a game to play, dog.
Yeah, so I mean, someone was cutting onions, and you know why? Because that's the beauty of music. And Chris Stapleton, excellent job, sir. But I was like, somebody's gonna make this a meme, and sure as shit, there's a meme.
There
Memes,
is.
and
They should know what they should have done was put him and then put the Jordan crying face over his face.
oh, I have seen a lot of Eagles logos with the crying eyes in between them lately.
yeah. That fucking meme has been used so many times.
Dude, Michael Jordan is not only the GOAT, but he's got one of the greatest memes.
He's the GOAT of memes,
He's the
too.
GOAT of memes, too. I remember when he gave his speech at
Yeah,
Kobe's.
LeBron James ain't got no fucking meme.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he does. He's got the hair shit, but that's not. It can't be applied to everything.
But I remember when, unfortunately, Kobe passed away, and they had the whole, I guess, honor ceremony
yep, at
And-
Staples
at the Staples Center.
Well, yeah, it was Staples Center then.
But I remember Jordan goes up there, gives a speech, and he's tearing. He was like, now y'all got to look at another crying meme of me
Oh
again.
yeah, he
for
did
it.
say that.
And so you can tell he was. It's cool when he pokes fun at himself.
Yeah,
So-
but yeah, I did read I don't want to say articles, but I did read some things before that happened that he wasn't happy with it going around the internet. I was like, bro, like it's the fucking internet. This came out before you're like if the internet was around when he was playing ball, imagine the things, bro. You saw the documentary. I can't. What the fuck was the name of it?
The Last Dance?
The Last Dance.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't know this motherfucker would be drinking like he was drinking Miller Lite. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
because that man's smart. He's smart and he's the GOAT. But anyway, actually no, he would drink Coors Light sometimes too, but most of the time it was Miller Lite. But during halftime, he's in the fucking locker room just drinking Miller Lite, and then goes back out and fucking puts another fucking 40 on somebody.
That getting that buzz probably
That's
got
crazy.
him going.
But that's why he was like, everybody made this thing about him having the flu that one game.
Yeah.
Where he dropped, I think he drained six 3-point or three pointers in one game. or
Yeah, the
whatever?
flu game, Game 5 of that playoff series.
Yeah, he's fucking used to playing drunk. Of course he could play fucking sick too.
Yeah, well, we know now. I mean, modern problems require modern solutions. The GOAT.
There was no problem for him.
So it just kind of so I actually had this conversation with somebody earlier in the week when they were like, yeah, like when you think of your idols and your heroes, I can't remember exactly what we discussed, but I got to a point to where I was just like, hey, you know what? The older I get, the more I don't want to meet people I looked up to. If that makes any sense.
It depends on who it is.
No, yeah, no, but it's just like I wouldn't want to meet them on a bad day or something where you say you have this idea in your head of what this person is.
I told you the story about when I met Chris Rock.
Yeah.
You don't think Chris Rock was a hero of mine? I don't want to call him a hero of mine, but
you hate him now.
I looked up. He's grown a little more on me recently, but more because I respect the legendary that he is, the legend that he is. Not so much necessarily the interaction we had one time. He could have been having an off day or whatever. I don't know. Maybe he just wasn't prepared for me to talk to him that early in the morning. I don't know what it was. But I was in a good mood. I was like, oh shit, fucking this is Chris Rock walking right past me. Like, so I don't know. But yeah, I guess I see what you're saying. Like, you don't know what people are going through at any given moment.
And I'm not saying that I wouldn't want to meet my heroes. Like, I would, but sometimes it's like maybe it's best to just leave it to the imagination. Theater of the mind kind of thing.
So who would you still want to meet?
I'd love to meet Al Pacino.
Okay.
That's somebody who I'd really like to meet.
Okay, so let's do this. I'll be Al Pacino.
No, I'm not. I don't want you to be Al Pacino.
I'll be Al Pacino.
We're not doing this.
And you're meeting me for the first time.
Well, first of all, I'd want to put on a suit and then put a bunch of cocaine over my face so I can be like, Chi-Chi.
Okay, this is why you don't want to meet your heroes, because he is far beyond that shit.
I know. And he's had a lot better roles, too, which is...
What?
Yeah, dude, Michael Corleone is much better than Tony Montana.
Yeah, but that was before.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
So he's not had better roles since. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Let me see. He's been in a lot of great films. Heat's a good one. Dude, he's in like a slew of movies.
No, I didn't say he wasn't in a bunch of bad movies, motherfucker. I'm saying you said Scarface. You basically just shit on Scarface.
Absolutely not. I love that movie.
You just sit on Scarface.
I did not. I have the poster hanging on my...
He's been in better movies. I don't... Fuck you in that poster.
First of all, it's hanging...
You didn't even hang that poster, so shut the fuck up.
I did hang it.
Lies.
I did hang it. I hung all this up for you, even that wreath over there. You like it?
You didn't hang it for me.
Well, I don't even know why it's still there now that I think about it.
You hung it for fucking guests.
So it looks somewhat homely down here?
Yeah, because the way you had it down here before, motherfucker.
First of all, we've come a long way. And it does look a lot nicer. I will say this.
Mm.
And it looks... well, we did have the two giant, like, green screen tarps hanging, too. So that kind of looks a little more cleaned up down here.
Well, now that you're talking about it, somebody said that they thought that... They were like, you guys done stepping up your production, because they came across the YouTube shorts. And I was like, that was when we had green screens. Like, that was...
A year and a half ago.
Yeah,
so.
that was a while ago. Like, this is practical shit now.
Yeah.
I mean, we could go back to the green screens, but I don't know if I necessarily want to.
Nah. This is fine. This is a nice professional setup. When people come downstairs, they feel eloquent. They're like, "Oh wow, you guys are professionals," and I say, "No, we're not."
Exactly. That's why. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Because I think what happens is people think they come down here, or they're gonna come over here, and I don't know, oh, these motherfuckers ain't fucking serious about this shit. Like, nah, motherfucker, this is one, and anybody who's been on this show understands this shit. I don't know, 4, 5, 6, 7 years in the making, basically.
So I wanted to, and so let's we're gonna take a moment, folks. Here,
since I can't be fucking Al Pacino right now.
No, it's gonna be weird. Ow. Yeah, no.
Freshie said Thomas Edward Patrick Brady is his hero.
I know it is.
I want to meet him too.
I know it's his hero.
I didn't know his fucking entire name, but geez Louise, dude.
Remember how we were talking about the sand that Tom Brady did not sell, but somebody else sold last week? I'm sure Frashie purchased some.
Probably. He's a big-time streamer. Or he should be a big-time streamer.
So I wanted to talk about... So we're talking about our viewers. We're talking about our listeners. This last week, I've had 2 people tell me, and I found this bizarre. So last week, I was talking about a few peculiar things here on the show. One was a vitamin D intake of a peculiar manner, and the other one was
Of a peculiar manner. What was so peculiar about it?
I don't know. I just feel like shoving your ass in the sun is a very odd way to intake
Oh,
vitamin
yeah,
D.
you did say that.
And then I talked about coffee enemas. Okay.
Yeah.
I found out that 2 people that watch and listen to the show have actually done it before. And they do it actually on a pretty regular basis.
You're lying.
I am not making this up whatsoever.
You're fucking lying.
I am not lying. I am not lying. Because one,
You have to tell me after the show who these people are.
I will.
Okay.
And don't worry. So
Or do they mind being put on blast right
I
now?
don't. Well, they were kind enough to tell me, but I was like, yeah.
No, we won't put their information.
No. But
Sorry, guys. I thought I pushed the button. We've been live for about 40 minutes now.
yeah.
But
So-
not live, but recorded.
But, last week I was doing it for fun to have some fun with the show. And then twice this week, that conversation randomly just kind of came up. And I was like, who would do something like that? And they were like, well, I've done it. And I was just like, what?
Well, they could have put those comments in the thing, but that's fine.
And I was like, well, how often do you do this?
Yeah, first of all, I want to know if you asked the right questions. Asked the right questions.
Well, I asked the right question, and I got a lot of answers, let me tell
That's
you.
what I'm saying. Go into details.
So they said they do it once every 2 to 3 weeks.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. So they do it once every, I'm not making this up whatsoever. They do it once 2 to every 3 weeks. And what it's supposed to do, obviously, it's supposed to help with your digestive system, to make you more regular and things of that nature.
Why can't you just drink it?
I don't know in terms of the benefit you get from doing it that way as opposed to drinking it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's some sort of stimulation involved, pun intended.
I think I have heard something about coffee preventing cancer or helping with cancer.
I mean,
So it could be that might be keeping you from getting like colon cancer or rectal cancer or something.
Yeah,
like that.
so the idea is to improve your digestive tract.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, somebody next to me was just like, well, how far do you put it in there?
Well, it's an enema. However far you put an enema in there, fucking genius.
Well, again, this conversation just kind of randomly happened.
Mm-hmm.
And person said, they were like, well, to where it, it kind of just twists in there and just far enough, put it that way.
Be an adult when you're speaking.
They said a good little bit in their sphincter. We're going to call it that, sphincter. So he said when you squeeze the bag, it's a bag the size of maybe like a whoopee cushion. Okay, you do it slowly and gently.
That's what an enema is. We know what an enema is.
Okay, well, for those that don't know what an enema is, I'm breaking it down.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
So he says there's he used the word sparkling sensation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in your lower abdomen-ish area. I'm sure you feel some sort of pressure to an extent. And then he says, once you're done, once the bag is empty, you got to hold it there for a second. And then he said you just, let it flow. And he says he'll use the restroom. He said anytime you eat anything that might potentially be bad for you, he said a couple hours later, it's coming right out.
Okay. I have more questions.
Yeah, no. There was more to the conversation, but ask me a question. I'll see if he...
I don't know this question that I want to ask. I don't know if I want to ask it. Yeah. Okay. So fine. That's okay. I never thought we would actually meet anybody who actually did that.
So I was sitting here like,
So wait,
my God.
do they make their own coffee? Do they cool it down?
So apparently you can purchase it. It's a kit, obviously, that you can purchase at a...
And then you brew it, though, right?
You know what's crazy? That's probably the one question I didn't ask. Is I'm sure you have to brew the coffee.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's the kit? Oh, I'm not even going to look that up. I don't want that on my search.
No. Your algorithm will be fucked forever.
Yeah.
You'll never look at coffee the same.
No, not at all.
No, but I just was kind of shocked that me just kind of goofing off, and somebody was like, yeah, I do it. And I was just like, what? I was like, no way.
Is this person like a normally fit person?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say why not. I mean, they're not obese or a big, heavy-set individual. In terms of fit, I don't know if they're like a gym rat, so to speak. But I would think they're in as best health they can be. I mean, if you're doing something like that, you got to be, I would think, relatively healthy, right?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. That's weird.
Well, and I just thought it was kind of nuts that me just kind of goofing off, and then boom, then somebody else.
So where'd they see it though?
Where
they saw it on the show?
Well, they saw it on the show. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they watched the show, and then I was just goofing around. I was like, yeah. I was like, we're gonna talk about this, and I was like, yo, have you ever heard of this shit?
Yeah. So who was the other person? Now, don't say who it was, but you tell me the other story about the other person.
So the other person just basically, and this person actually told me first.
Mm-hmm.
They basically said it's a pretty. They just said it's a pretty common thing up north. Let's put it that way.
Up north, where?
Up north.
Oh, a certain country up
Yeah.
north? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you just gave me one.
And they told me that it's actually kind of common. It's a very common thing there. People do it pretty regularly. How regular to the norm in the masses, I guess, I don't know. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's like a cult following thing or
no, it's probably I don't know. I never heard of that before.
So then I was sitting there thinking, and not that I'm going to do this. I'm not doing it. All right.
He's lying.
I'm not doing a coffee enema. I am slightly curious, but I'm not doing it. Let's put it that way.
He's doing it.
No, but
for the sake of the show, he's doing it.
For the sake of everybody's valued entertainment, I'm going to shove that thing so far.
Okay, jeez, fuck, man.
No, but I just found it, well, fascinating, to be honest with you. I was just kind of shocked, genuinely. I was like, oh, shit.
Well, I guess it's more common than we thought it was.
So
now I'm gonna go around looking and like, does this motherfucker shove coffee up its ass? Up their ass?
Dude, that should be one of your bits for a joke. Coffee enemas.
It might be. I'm like, I've never done it, but
and it gives you
apparently it's a thing.
But and they told me they feel like great, like after doing it.
I don't know about all that.
I know different strokes for different folks, kind of thing. But they
can't get the same results from a regular enema though.
I mean, I don't know the difference of what it may do in terms. Maybe there's some sort of property within the coffee itself.
Epic said he's gonna send you a starter kit.
It wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me to say the least.
That's just gonna come in the mail tomorrow,
dude. I'm telling
overnight shipping,
dude. He'll text me like in the middle of the night. He was like, "Be at your door at Wednesday 2 p.m." And then I'll be at work. My mom's like, "You got a package?" And I'm like, I tell her to open them sometimes, but then I'm worried like maybe he sends like some risque type of shit.
Yeah, probably don't.
I was like, "Hey, mom, just open it up." And she was like, "What are these?" Like when he was kind enough to send us our booby
bands. Don't
bands.
have her opening things because you don't know what we might get.
I'm sure he's a smart enough man. He would definitely tell me.
He might not be the only person though.
This is true. Just saying. But the booby bands are a hit, and for anybody that wants a booby band,
they had no guests, so
come on the show.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're not that much of a hit because we haven't had anybody.
Well, they're great, and if you love boobs just as much as me and Jared do, you'll come on the show and get a band representing your love for boobs. Just saying.
And don't say you're coming and then don't come.
We love boobs. We love boobs. Left tit, right tit. We love boobs. All right. So I practiced all week for that, and I'm glad that it went over well.
Practice for the next 5 weeks and don't ever do that again.
I'll do it when I play video games later with Frashy.
Yeah, please. Do it with them. Don't do it on this fucking
dude, playing video games with people is just like, it's, you play video games with people for so long that you're just comfortable with them. Does that make sense?
It's getting to know anybody.
Yeah.
You've known them for a long time.
Yeah, so it's just like, oh, hey, RJ, I got to take a shit. And then it's just like, oh, man, I was pounding my fists against the side of the wall. It's like my arse is ripped open or something. This is what I talk about during the day.
None of that made any sense.
That's my point.
Oh.
That's completely my point. You run into friends. Well,
I ran into a pretty big streamer on fucking Red Dead.
Tell us about
RP. I mean, it wasn't too big of a deal. I just know it was him. I happened to be looking at his stream, and for that one day he was on Red Dead, and it happened to be Gold Rush. And so I was like, "Fuck it, let me try to." Well, every time, the only time I can really get in because I don't have Prio, I have to try to get on right when they switch the server, when they shut the server down and restart it.
Yeah.
So like this was 1:00 that day, and I was like, let me see if I can get on. Fucking 1:00 p.m. Fucking got right on, and I just happened to be on a horse, so talking to some other lady, and then this guy comes up, and he was begging for money basically, and I was like, no, I'm broke. And the other lady gave him money, and then he comes over to me, and he was like, I put a hex on you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what kind of hex you gonna put? It was a quick little exchange, but it was kind of cool because like this dude's been role playing on No Pixel for fucking like at least 5 years.
That's dope, man.
And he's a pretty big streamer. He's got money. I've run into a couple decently big streamers, just on that server alone. So it's kind of cool. Not getting. I don't know. It's just hard to get on. I'm gonna end up having to pay fucking for Prio just to get on, but whatever.
It's all right, man. It's a small investment to a bigger goal.
Yeah, I think it'll be worth it later, because there'll be times like this week there'll be times that I was like, man, I feel like playing right now, because I may not necessarily, because I've been gold panning.
Yeah,
because I'm trying to fucking get money so I can buy a gun.
Yeah,
and so I did find one person who ended up buying some gold nuggets off of me that I already gold panned, and he was like, yeah, we kind of had a little quick interaction. That was the one that you came on.
Yeah.
But my sound was fucked, so you couldn't hear what other people were saying. You could hear what I was saying, but you couldn't hear what other people were saying.
Yeah.
So I got to.
No, I even showed my coworker. I was like, you see this right here? I was like, it's Ronan Jackson. Right. And they're like, RJ, you have a customer in front of you. I was like, Ronan Jackson, like,
he's gonna be big one day.
So
he's a little guy, fucking gold panning, trying to find.
I tried to watch for like maybe 10 minutes, but I had a lot going on. So
motherfucking Ronan don't even have a horse yet. He's got to steal horses to get around.
There you go.
But you got to find random horses. Like, if you try to steal somebody's horse, you're gonna get shot.
Smoked. You getting smoked,
yeah, you getting shot the fuck up.
Yeah, especially if we're going against like a higher level player, they probably have all sorts of fucking weapons
they got money and guns and all that shit. So yeah, you got to really work your way up. And Red Dead RP is a little slower than like GTA, I think. I mean, I really haven't played GTA, but because everything's so much more spread apart.
Yeah,
and every town has different things. I mean, they all have the same basic stuff. Like if you've played Red Dead, you know the basic stuff in each town. But sometimes people are not online, so like their shop won't be open. Like, well, we won't be back until 7 a.m. Like, I'm not gonna be here at 7 a.m.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So trying to catch up with people can be hard because there's only 250 people at a time on the server. Like, I got on today, but the fucking shit kept crashing. But I got on today at like 5:00 this morning, no problem. It was like only 207 people in there, so it was easy for me to get on.
All right. And one day they gonna get online and they gonna see old Ronan Jack. So no, I actually practice some of my voices at work when I'm bored. I think half of my coworkers hate me now.
I think you have to, because you never know what character is gonna work. I don't even know if Ronan Jackson's gonna work. I know he has a cool name. He looks kind of cool. I mean, I kind of fucked up on his face, but it is what it is. And his skin tone's a little lighter than I wanted it to be.
He ain't black enough for me.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So, sorry, I didn't mean to say all that. Especially like that.
No, but that's the thing. I feel like everybody does that same voice. So I'm kind of my guy sounds like he's from. You ever seen Glory?
I have seen Glory. An incredible movie, by the way.
I want him to sound black but educated.
Yeah.
From the South though.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like, yes, sir, or yeah, more like that, yes, sir. Like Morgan Freeman in Glory. I want him to sound like that.
Dude, Morgan Freeman. You know, it's funny you say you brought him up before you got over here. a little earlier in the afternoon, I was watching a little bit of TV with my mom, and Morgan Freeman came up on a commercial. He's bald in the commercial, which is a little weird for me to see because, as far as I know, Morgan Freeman's looked the same since I was born. But it kind of hit me. It's like, man, we're kind of lucky to have a guy like this. I mean, his voice, he is literally the narrator of life. Morgan Freeman is.
Yeah, so much so that he's in person. He's like one of the biggest impersonated narrators, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, for good and excellent reason. The guy just has the perfect voice for narration. I mean, he's the narrator, without any doubt in my mind. But have you ever seen that episode of Family Guy where it was like, and now you are going to listen to the sound of my voice while I poop? Like, or some shit like, yeah. But yeah, super, super cool. But I understand what you mean when you want to have your own distinct sound.
Yeah, because everybody has the same like raspy voice, and I don't know. It's come. I don't know. I haven't heard any bad things recently. Yeah, I've seen a few people that stream that I've talked to. I don't know how their stream has, or their people in their chat have received any of the stuff. I'm not good at role play yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning this shit.
Do you think you'll ever get to a point where you're just like dressed up in your house doing it on your own when nobody's around?
No, that's cosplay.
Now, I just wanted to see if you know the difference.
I don't see myself doing cosplay. Well, no, I take that back. I do it for like Halloween. I've done it before. Like I was Sub-Zero one year. The year I did Afro Samurai.
I do remember that.
Who else have I done? Actually, I've been wanting to do Indiana Jones for like the last 5 or 6 years, but I haven't really gone anywhere either.
Well, I think that'd be a good one, Indiana Jones.
Actually, this year would be a good because it's coming out. The movie's coming out this year,
which is very exciting. But we got to do Riggs and Murdoch, dude.
Actually, that would be a cool character for Red Dead.
What, an archaeologist?
No, like the Indiana Jones, like the same clothes he has and everything.
Yeah. Oh, in terms of look, yeah. Hell yeah.
That would be dope.
Got your hat, got your whip. No. Crack that whip.
Yeah, I don't think they have whips in Red Dead, though.
They do not. You
have
got your lassos, yeah.
But you got to carry your lasso all the time. There's sometimes you can't carry your lasso because it's kind of like a weapon.
It's true, but at the same time, Indiana Jones is cool, and I won't say no to his guards.
I think people would receive the outfit, like, they would receive that outfit very nicely.
You know what actually amazes me, since we're talking about characters and outfits, I'm surprised he's not a skin in Fortnite, believe it or not.
I think...
Or he might be.
It's an older generation. I doubt they would even fucking care that much.
Yeah, but...
Or not an older generation. It's for the older generation.
Yeah, but there are just so many random skins in that game that...
You had to fucking bring up Fortnite.
Well, you were talking about dressing, and it's like, man, I'm surprised this isn't a skin, because his whip would make a good harvesting tool. You know, the hat, the back bling. I mean, it just makes sense. So it just kind of surprises me he's not a... Unless he is, and I don't know. It was like a limited time.
I mean, it could be. Look it up.
Here, let's look it up.
No, you look it up.
I don't want to pick up my phone because I have an addiction.
I fucking hate fucking Fortnite.
The no build is pretty fun. I won a game the other day. I was actually so happy.
Let me ask you something. And I'm going to put you on blast in front of everybody right now.
Okay.
Because I put 2 and 2 together. Because your ass was streaming yesterday way too early.
That's right.
Why?
I took the day off.
You know what? Epic. How convenient that he took the day off yesterday. So I'm going to leave it at that.
I had to go to the cemetery. It's important.
Okay. That's okay.
What did you do yesterday, Jared?
I was working and trying to stream. Well, I didn't stream. No, I was recovering from my show.
And how did that go for your Thursday night escapade?
The Thursday night one, okay. I'm fucking stretching and everything. Thursday night show was a blast. We had fun. There was a lot of people who were there who weren't expecting a comedy show. When I first got there, usually when I first get there, there's no fucking body there. There's a few people already in there. Different bartender than usual.
Okay.
Our buddy Terry, shout out to Terry. She can't see you because the camera's on me.
I just noticed that, but I'm waving in spirit, darling. Here, can you put the camera on
This
me?
motherfucker calling everybody darling. You're most. Never mind.
I'm the most. There, I
Okay,
just wanted to
that's
wave
enough.
at Terry.
Anyway, so yeah, and people just kept coming in while we were doing the show, and it was like, well, fuck. And then I kind of did a little crowd work. One guy seemed like he was getting a little upset, so I was like, let me kind of tone it down on it. I'll just bring up the next comic.
Yeah. Did he have sand in his badge?
No, it was just he was. What happens is people will try to heckle, or they'll think they're heckling and they think they're being funny, and then they start talking shit. But then when you start talking shit back to them, and you say something that
Strikes a nerve.
yeah,
Like I'm digging for gold.
then then they start feeling some type of way.
Oh.
So it's like, you think you can fucking shit on me just because I'm the one putting myself up here. I don't even fucking have to do this. Like I'm doing this shit for free. I mean, not that I expect them to owe me anything, because they don't know me from fucking Sam I Am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why I said fucking Dr. Seuss, but
I will not eat the mayor.
You don't know me from this, that, and the other person, but you think you could just talk shit about me, but then when I talk shit about you, you can't handle it. So what makes you think that you can do that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, all in all, it was a good night, and I think what I have discussed with ownership there, we're gonna still do every other Tuesday, but we're gonna start doing every other Thursday also. So it's gonna be the Tuesday.
So you're gonna rotate weeks.
The normal Tuesday, but then we're gonna adding Thursday. So it'll be the Tuesday, and then the next week it'll be the Thursday.
All right, so you're going to do a show every week, but it's going to rotate days.
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. See, small steps.
Yep.
Small steps indeed. And if you out there,
We're gonna see how it works. The first few shows and see how it works out. And I don't know. I'm thinking Thursday might be a good night just because some people might be winding down for the weekend. People who can't make it early in the week because they got to work or whatever, they might be able to make it on a Thursday. Because one of our listeners, DA, shout out to DA, she came out because she normally can't make Tuesday because she has other obligations. But she came out Thursday, and it was cool to see everybody. And more people came out than I was expecting to.
well, that's awesome. See, maybe you're right. Maybe the end of the week is the better time for people to let loose, let their hair down, put on that nice pair of socks. You know what I mean? Feel fresh.
And I think by Thursday, people are just ready to be done with the week.
Dude, the average work week, just working sucks, dude. I wish I never had to work. I wish I could do whatever I want and have a pool full of pudding. You know? Just saying. That's what I want.
Did you just say a pool full of pudding?
Hey, I
can't even talk. A pool full of oh my God. Anyway, it's cold down here.
Yeah. So is his brain.
A pool full of pudding.
Yeah. You're not 5 years old. You never wanted a pool full of pudding?
Fuck no, because I hate pudding. Pudding's disgusting.
You don't like pudding?
Pudding is disgusting.
No. Some pudding is disgusting.
Pudding is disgusting.
Tapioca?
The worst of all.
I know. It's pretty bad. So you don't like vanilla pudding, chocolate pudding?
Fucking disgusting.
Ah.
It tastes like shit. The texture is garbage. Pudding is disgusting.
Yeah, I think
The
you're
only pudding I will fuck with is banana pudding, and that's just because it has the fucking vanilla wafers in it.
vanilla wafers are great. I agree.
Yeah. And it has the banana chunks in it, but and it has to be natural, or not natural, but like homemade banana pudding. It can't be no fucking
Wegmans branded pudding with a
not
little
that
bit.
I don't even think you can't even find that kind of
I don't.
banana pudding is only homemade.
You know what?
That's a southern. It's a southern thing though.
But still, I don't know. You like Jello then, right? Are you
Jello
Jello?
is not the same.
Well, I know, but I'm asking: is you don't like pudding, so do you like Jello?
Jello is fine. It's not the same as pudding.
I understand that.
Just because the brand is one is Jello pudding and others Jello gelatin.
Jello.
Well, that's the actual term for what you're talking about is gelatin.
I understand that I'm fat, sir.
Okay.
In the thighs.
The brand is
Big
Jello.
Sorry. No, I don't know. Not that I look at you and like, oh, Jared loves pudding, but I just thought you would.
I don't even know. I mean, I've never discussed this with any of them, but I don't think black people like pudding at all. I just think it's disgusting. You know what I equate it to? Mayonnaise. I'll eat mayonnaise, but small amounts. But some of you lighter people of the world love mayonnaise.
If you think I like putting mayonnaise on anything, you're slightly correct. Yes, slightly. But I'm not one of those white people, all right?
Did you never catch the hint when I'm trying to not say certain things?
Well, it's okay. I'll say them for you. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, but I don't know. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
They're all watching the world, the president, even Russia, Mother Russia. So let me not do that again. No, but the only time I'll put mayonnaise on fucking anything, Jared, is if it's already on like a sandwich or a sub.
Yeah, sandwich a sub is a sandwich, but yeah, any sandwich thing I would.
Hold on.
What?
I was just saying that reminded me of I know we talked about this years ago, and I know it's so silly, but a sub is a sandwich. So are hot dogs considered sandwiches?
We've talked about this before, and I did say, I think I said it would be a sandwich. It's between two pieces of bread.
Yeah.
It just
a different type of meat.
It's just sliced. Oh
I'm sorry.
God.
Do you want some meat between your buns?
I'm sorry for this 12-year-old we have on the show, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus. Yeah, let everybody see you fucking hacking your lungs up.
All right.
That's them vapes. That oil's starting to coagulate in your fucking lungs.
It's all right. You know what? Something's coagulating in my ass.
Jesus.
No, it's not. It's not, by the way. No.
It's pudding.
There you go. It's pudding. No, but when I say, like, I remember when, like, I was a kid, it's like one of the things you would do if you were rich. It's like, oh, I'll have this and I'll have that, and then I'll have a pool full of pudding. Not that I would want a pool full of pudding because you get messy, it'd get everywhere, it's going to go bad, that kind of thing. But the idea of it, it's like something stupid you would buy if you're rich. What is one dumb thing, the most unnecessary thing that you would purchase if you were, like, just rich as shit?
One unnecessary thing?
Because you're going to end up buying shit you don't need.
What is it, like, give me an example.
Just something crazy, like a pool full of pudding. Like, say you want a boat full of oranges or just something dumb. What would you just waste money on? Be like, yeah, sure, I'll do it.
I don't know. I think our brains work differently because I would not.
You have a brain?
I'm not going to waste my money on a fucking boat full of oranges. That's dumb.
It is dumb. But you got money, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it doesn't do anything to make my life better.
It doesn't, but neither does a pool full of pudding.
Well, no, because I don't like pudding, and I'm damn sure not going to jump in a fucking pool full of pudding.
All right. So, folks, please comment. If you were rich as shit.
No, hold on. I mean, now I would buy a Formula One car.
Oh, but you get that's necessary. I could see you in a Formula One car.
It's not necessary. I don't have to drive it.
Yeah, but you will.
Oh, I damn sure will drive it.
And then you're going to cut me off at the light, and I'm going to give you the finger.
I'm not driving it on the street. Okay. Now we're talking. Yeah, I would rent some city streets somewhere and put my own Formula One race on. Yeah, that's what I would do. I would figure out how to create a whole Formula One race. It'd be a bunch of amateur drivers, but.
All right, that's dope. I like that. Creativeness. Your well-being. Exercising your mind.
Apparently your enema will be here next week.
I'm actually okay with this now. Because, one, I'm not going to do it. Two, if I do have it in front of me, I might.
Monday, February 20th, by the way.
I definitely got to tell my mom not to open it, though.
I told you.
Yeah, so, Oh my God.
I bet he was looking that up the whole time.
It's crazy. It doesn't shock me that he found that so quickly. The internet's a pretty crazy thing.
Well, first of all, he's already on the internet, so
I'm just saying, it just okay. Well, if this is what I have to do,
I look. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not filming that.
I would hope not. First of all,
you got to film it, but just don't show any private.
I'm not filming. Nobody wants to see that. No, nobody wants to see that. Hopefully, some young lady out there one day will just want to smother me with all her love.
No, you're like the jackass of this, or the Steve-O of this show.
First of all, I'm not a drug addict.
Yeah, no, neither is he.
Not anymore.
Okay, that's my point.
Yeah, so, nor have I ever been a drug addict, folks. And I love Steve-O, by the way. Super awesome guy. But
he does stand-up now.
If I had to, well, I'm going to have to do it, aren't I?
If it arrives, I'm sure you will have to do it.
I'm going to have to talk this over with somebody.
At least try it.
I'm going to have to talk to God.
I mean, I don't know. That's on you, brother.
Very comfortable.
It might help something.
No, because what's going to happen is that 40 years from now, at my funeral, when you're still the way you look, 40 years from now.
What the fuck?
I don't know. When you remember when I first met you and you were like, yeah, I'm 72. And I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, fuck you,
yeah.
bitch.
And I was like, let me see your ID. And I was like, oh my God, he was born in 59. And, it's like 2018.
These are all lies.
Yeah. So are they, folks? Are they? So I know that everybody's me crying and you're going to sit there and be like, I remember that one time this motherfucker shoved something up his ass.
No,
and
I'm gonna fucking pull the video up.
Well, I want to be remembered in a good light. I don't know if I want to be remembered like that. Just send the fucking enema. Just send it.
It's already said. He said it's going to be here on Monday.
February 20th, folks. Mark your calendars. Looks like I'm going to have to buy the extra bulk in Charmin this week. Just saying. Because apparently once it starts flowing, it don't stop.
It might be good for you.
I don't want to shove anything in my ass.
You don't think you have to shove anything in your ass, bro?
It's very awkward.
I've never done it, so how do you know?
I've had a doctor put their finger in my ass. That will be edited out.
No, it won't. I mean, people do it all the time, but like, what age was this? Like, were they checking for something?
Well, yeah, I had a little bit of a couple of stomach issues when I was younger. Nothing crazy. But the camera's on me, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So I was younger. Had a little bit of, some issues. Nothing crazy. And I go to the doctor, and they say, well, we're going to have to check to see if there's anything in there. I was like, where? That's when the glove came out. And then the jelly. And then, it wasn't right since. So, I don't like when people insert anything in my rectum. Please don't open the show with this.
You shouldn't have said that.
I'm not very comfortable, in that manner anyway. Just say.
What manner are you talking about?
I'm just with, people in their hands in that vicinity, I just.
Did he do this thing?
It was a long time ago. I was more traumatized from the experience and the sound.
Wait, so you was doing prostate or something?
No, I was slightly constipated. Okay. Yeah. So they were trying to, get me going.
So guess what? Your new little contraption might help that out.
Well, this was when I was young. Obviously, kids don't have the best diet in the world.
No glove was used.
Who said that?
I forgot. I don't know who 1MTG man is.
That's okay. No. I'm glad a glove was used. But regardless, I will say this. Definitely helped me use the restroom. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, I mean, that's what it's supposed to
Yeah,
be.
I know, but
that's why he shoved his fucking finger up your ass.
No, I was luckily enough it was a woman.
Oh, okay.
Well, at least I got that much of the experience.
That's how he tells the story.
That's how I remember it, and that's how you're going to remember it. You understand? You understand, Jared? Cut the mic off. Yeah, that's exactly. I had the whole, No, yeah.
Oh, it didn't go off.
Dude, yeah, I had the whole fucking Bill Cosby pudding face going on, dude. There we go. Or the Jello face. So if I feel like it, I might partake in this coffee enema. And I don't want to talk for the rest of the show. I don't want to say anything else. I don't want to. I just want to enjoy the Saturday before Sunday.
This is the way.
That is correct. And the way, folks, is
2 weeks.
I know. I'm very excited.
Me too.
Very, very excited. And then we
talking about The Mandalorian for those who don't know.
And then we got our new episode of The Last of Us tomorrow. Very pumped for that.
Yeah.
Now, we were not going to have any distractions on Sundays with football. So, therefore, a whole day of lounging, watching TV, and streaming. And you should check out my Impossible run that I'm doing right now in Dead Space. I'm Forever Dope /twitchtv.com. Oh, yeah.
He's not doing anything.
Wait,
what? No, do that one more time.
I can't do it again.
It's twitchtv.com/forever_dope.
Forever_dope.
You said it completely backwards.
It's because I'm a backwards guy. I play inverted.
Dyslexic. Oh, well, yeah.
I do play inverted.
You're a fucking weirdo. All the gamers in the chat, please let us know if you play inverted or is RJ just weird.
I mean, I think that the popular thing to do is insult me in any way, shape, or form, especially when it comes to the internet. Whether it's gaming or online or even if I'm out in public. They're like, hey, look at that fucking loser over there. And I'm like, hey, off in the distance. It's awful. My whole life is like a meme or a variety of memes.
You bring it on yourself.
Nah, I don't really think I do. Hold on, I'm rubbing my face because it itches. My face look like it itches? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. You bring it on yourself.
Yeah.
Does my face look like it itches?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Does it? What does an itchy face look like?
It looks like RJ's face. That's what an itchy face.
See,
itchy
you just
face.
brought it on yourself.
Try not to, folks. Try not to. Just saying.
Jesus Christ.
Who's talking shit now? Who is it?
You know, Frashy.
Doesn't have anything nice to say ever. Always negative. Can't go anywhere with anybody. Go out, it's like, hey, we're having a good day, and it's like, oh, no, RJ's here, it sucks, that's exactly what happens. When I get online, when I go to the bar, when I go to work, oh, God, it's RJ, it's like, God damn, get off my nuts, bro, D's nuts. See, use your joke in a good manner, didn't I?
I am smart.
Yeah, see, thank God you have that.
I'll give you something.
Yeah, thank God
I gotta
you
throw you a bone sometimes.
You should. And it helps keep things interesting around here, especially when you have 169 episodes of a podcast.
Great Scott!
Yeah, that's right. If we could all be reincarnated, we'd probably be Dr. Emmett Brown.
No.
No?
Fuck no.
Could he be like top 5, maybe? Not top 3, top 5.
Why would I want to be
an old white man?
An old crazy white man.
One, because you already hang out with one, so I'm sure it's...
Well, you're not old.
I feel old. You make me feel old.
I don't think you're crazy.
Well, that's a first.
You're just fucking weird.
I think that's fair.
I think that's fair.
No, I think that's fair. Listen, the problem with people nowadays is they don't really want to tell you how it is.
It's unanimous. You're all the only weird one who plays inverted.
That's
Actually, I do know someone else who plays inverted, and they're a fucking weirdo also.
No, I think
Big Dave's brother plays inverted.
Well, I've never met that gentleman, but he sounds like a smart man.
Yeah, he's okay.
Dude, inverted is the way.
No,
Dude,
it's not. It's weird.
It's not weird. It's
it
just
is,
normal. It's super normal.
So
man.
when you play an airplane game, I think we talked about this before.
Well, that's how I learned how to play.
But nobody else has heard this before. Huh?
I learned how to play inverted by playing, I was playing Star Wars, but I was flying a snow speeder.
Yeah, because that's how planes work.
Yeah, but that's also how I learned how to play.
No, that's not how you fucking play, bro.
That's it's what the camera moves.
No. I refuse to allow. So that means you play opposite when you're flying some shit.
No, I still play inverted.
Huh?
So, look inversion in newer games.
I know what the fuck it is.
I know you know what it is. I understand that. Nobody's questioning your intelligence.
My point is, if you're flying a plane, say you're playing Flight Simulator.
All right.
When you're flying a plane in real life, because video games are supposed to replicate real life.
Yep.
correct me if I'm wrong. If you're playing a fucking flight simulator game, if you pull the stick down, where are you supposed to go?
You're going to go up.
If you push it forward, where are you supposed to go?
You're going to go down.
Okay. Same shit. Well, left, right is still the same. So you're telling me if you... So, wait. So you don't flip it then? You're not playing inverted then?
I do. I mean, so the game that I learned to play this on was Star Wars Shadows of the Empire.
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
I'm explaining it.
Hollywood, shut the fuck up. You're wrong. Go ahead.
So when I learned to play that game, the very first level is the Battle of Hoth. And you're flying a snowspeeder, and the looking version is naturally set to flight controls, where you pull back, you go up, you push down, you're going to nosedive. And I kept, obviously being a kid, I kept pushing up thinking, logic.
No, I understand the logic. I'm asking you right now, if you were playing Flight Simulator, would you change your shit to be inverted? Which means you're pushing forward to go down. Man, now you confuse me.
Well, I mean, if the flight controls are naturally set in that game, then I won't have to invert them.
Okay, so yeah, you're ass backwards then.
Yeah, but that's still how I learned how to play.
I know, but who plays? Why is your first game? I'm so fucking not understanding what's going on right now.
It's the first game that's naturally set that way. You can't change it.
It's not because it's only set that way because you're flying a fucking flyer.
Yeah, and then it's also a third-person shooter, and that's how it's set. Like, you can't change it. Like, even when you're playing as Dash Rendar.
So your first video game that you ever played was that game?
No, that was the first game where I had the full 3D world, where I was actually flying some. Before, it was all 2D, Nintendo, Genesis, all that stuff, where none of that stuff really mattered. And then you get a 3D open world, you're flying something around, which is, new 20, 25 years ago, whatever. And I was fucking up. I kept crashing into the ground because I thought I had to push up to fly up. It only makes sense, right? I don't know how planes work when I'm a kid or how that types of stuff works.
Bullshit.
Not when I'm like 5.
Everybody knows how planes work, bro.
Not how they're controlled.
Yes, they do. It's fucking science, man.
I'm in kindergarten. We learned about fucking crayons and lunchboxes.
I knew how planes work.
Well, you're Megamind.
No, I'm not Megamind. It's just common sense. Like, for something to go up, you have to change the direction of the wind that's flying over the wings for it to do what you want it to do.
I know that now, but I didn't know that when I was 5. I only cared about crayons and other shit. Oh, and Power Rangers.
See,
super thing.
This guy says Star Fox. So is that why you play fucking inverted? You fucking weirdo.
Actually, yeah, that's another one.
I'm
Star
not
Fox.
talking to you. I'm talking to Hollywood. If he's still on.
Oh, it came with the Rumble Pack and all that. Yeah, good times. Good times.
Oh my God, you fucking weirdos.
Yeah, that's just how I play. And if I were, and don't get me wrong, as I've gotten older, there have been times where I've tried to play default, and naturally the way it's set, I just can't wrap my mind around it. It would take me a long time for my muscle memory and just the way I naturally play games to adjust to it.
So as soon as you go to any game, you go directly into the settings and change your controls.
Yep, that's one of the first things I do. That's one of the very first things I do.
So fucking weird.
I play third-person games like that, too.
So you don't like to learn how to put the game, the creators of the game first intended the game to be played? You don't like doing that?
No, I mean, I still think I'm playing it the way it's meant to be intended and playing it, but in terms of the way...
No, you're not.
I mean, it's
because
a preference.
No.
Inversion is a preference.
No, it's an option, not a preference.
I think it's a preference.
It's an option. It's not like I like fucking Hispanic girls over fucking white girls. That's a preference.
We like them both here on the Mad Scientist Lab.
I digress on that one.
Call me Papi. Sorry.
Drop shot easier on inverted.
Man, well,
I mean, I can easily push the up button. That's not difficult.
Well, if you drop and then you,
you know what? You know what? I'm doing all this arguing for no fucking reason because I'm superior gamer than you because I play on PC and you're a little console bitch.
So, folks, I hope you enjoyed this show because it's my last.
That's a perfect ending.
So, with that being said, folks, if you like 69, which we know you do, add a 1 in front of it because that's how many episodes of this podcast you got. 169. Yeah, that's Well, that's what I said, and that's what it is. So please make sure you check us out every Saturday live around 6 p.m.ish on Twitch, every Monday on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, anywhere you can get your podcasts. Until next week.
And you can get the full episode that you didn't catch because I forgot to hit the start streaming button on Monday Monday.
On Monday. So we will see you guys next week. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And bye-bye. And
RJ smells like doo-doo. Coffee doo-doo.
Well, they're going to call me the dude.
I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever, 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 ever.
Audio skulls all day.
The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab.
You can't have an opinion on something that you haven't even tried.
Exactly.
The merit scientist